Hey there, everybody. We have another boss battle simulator. It's only been, what, 2 weeks? Well, I guess we had a week off. And then they're right back into it with another boss battle simulator. I'm not really sure if this means these are going to be sort of like a every other week type of event. Not really sure. I guess that remains to be seen how they're going to do it. It would be neat if we had a boss battle simulator every other week. That would be, that would at least give us something to do every other week for sure. But yeah, pretty exciting. Let's get in here real quick and just take a quick look. So it looks like it's going to be pretty much the same layout as last time. They'll do the first, 3 strikers, and then, this is just my guess. They're starting with Blue Striker again, like they did last week. I really wish they wouldn't start with Blue Striker. I personally think if they started with the No Striker Weakness Day, that would give everybody a chance to kind of figure out the boss first, and then you can start getting into your strikers. Because like I said last week, due to the limited number of tries you get at the final boss, I feel like it disadvantages those folks that may have, maybe Blue Strikers are their best damage dealers, but they're unfortunately spending, most of the time just figuring out the boss on this, and they may not be able to get the best score. It's a little gripe, but anyways, it looks like they're going to run it pretty much the same way as they did the last one, but we do have a different boss. He has a different AI. And I'll talk a little bit about that later. We're going to do some trial runs here. I'm going to show you the team I used to get the score that you see right there. But first, let's look at the bonus units. That should be the first thing you want to look at, like which units get that huge, that massive, incredible 200% damage bonus. So if you remember last week, that damage bonus basically triples all of your damage. So it's tripling all of your modifiers essentially. That includes your normal attack, it includes any skill modifiers, EX skill modifiers. They're all getting basically triple the damage they would normally do. So that makes even units that aren't damage dealers, like Cruella for example, like just her doing a normal attack hits harder than a DPS doing an immense damage skill, right? So just to give you something to relate to there. So you've got Cruella as one, which is interesting because she's not a DPS, but she is a recent gacha unit. You'll notice that mine is now LB2. Full disclosure, I did buy a couple of the anniversary packs to finish out that last pity, and I actually ended up pulling a dupe on the way to that last pity. I've got one more single pull to do left, and then I'll have an LB3 Cruella. So yeah, just wanted to fully disclose that to you guys. I am no longer, I can no longer call myself F2P because I did give in and bought the packs for Cruella. But I feel like the game is really starting to pick up. They've showed me that they're doing some good development. So I felt like it was okay to start supporting them a little bit, and Cruella was worth it in my view. So Mulan is also on the 200% damage. Aladdin has 200%. Jafar, Jasmine, Aurora, and Flynn. So I have Aladdin and Jafar, so I'm going to be using them pretty much all week because what we learned from last week is that the bonus units easily beat even the color strikers. So if you have two bonus units, you can run a team with just 2 bonus units, and you're going to be doing better than you would if you had color strikers. So I'm going to be running Aladdin and Jafar pretty much all week. I am going to try, I'm going to do some attempts. You can see I have quite a few attempts left. I'm going to try a few attempts where I actually have 3 damage dealers, because this boss can potentially let you get away with that, but I'll explain once we get there. Now, with all those bonus units, they do, of course, have some pulls you can do. You can do some pulls for Jafar, Aladdin, and Jasmine. They are all on a banner. I want to quickly point out to you, though, that it costs 100 points to pity one of these 3 characters. Normally on a Gacha banner, it's only 50. All right, 50 pulls to pity a unit. It is 100 pulls to pity one of these units from this banner. However, all 3 of them are on the same banner. So Personally, the pity should still be at 50. I don't really get why they raised it to 100. Seems a little bit greedy to me, but this is sort of a unique banner, I guess, in that it's a limited rerun with 3 limited units on it. So, yeah, my hope is that it's not going to start being 100 to pity a unit in the future, but yeah, we'll just have to wait and see. As you can see, I already did a once per day pull and actually got an Aladdin dupe from that. So that was pretty exciting. Mulan is also up on banner. You can see she has the normal 50 to pity. So if you like Mulan, if you have her and you want to maybe get a few more LB levels, she does have the damage bonus. But otherwise, I don't think she's really... I don't think she's necessarily worth it to pull for if you don't have Milan. I wouldn't say pull. I would say don't pull on this banner if you don't have her. But if you have her and you want to try and get a few more dupes to add some LB levels, it might be worth it, at least for the event. Cruella is still up. You can see I just need one more single pull to get her to pity. Still a great unit. Highly recommend her if you have her, or highly recommend her if you're on the fence about polling for her. I think she's a fantastic unit. And then, yeah, standard premier gacha. On this one, they do have a campaign currently going on. They have a double picks campaign. So if you want, you can farm the bonus picks stage. It's the only stage where you can farm picks, and it doubles your picks. Now, normally, you may be asking, well, what's the point of picks? Picks aren't really all that great. Well, they have, for this week only, they have introduced some very nice things to buy in the shops with picks. Most importantly, they have added Premier Gacha tickets. They are 2,000 picks a pop, and there are 10 of them, so that's 20,000. As you can see, I have just enough to get all 10 of them, so I'm going to go ahead and get them. There we go. 10 tickets. That should be your priority. All right, so farm bonus, that bonus pick stage, if you don't have enough to get all the gacha tickets, and then you can get them. They also have some Justice Orb fragments, but honestly, I don't... Those are easily farmable from, the normal farming stages. If you want to know, like, optimal farming stages to farm these resources, go to the compendium. I have added a new tab that shows the best places to farm specific resources from the game. So just go to that tab. The new tab I just created in the compendium. I'll put a link to the compendium in the details, as I always do, and check that out to find out where to farm some of these resources. So after the gacha tickets, I would honestly go for the either the attack or the defense cubes while they're on sale. I mean, if you're really struggling for Justice Orb fragments, I suppose you can go for those next. But like I said, they are very easily farmable from other stages. And then, yeah, so don't forget to get your daily supply pack. There you go. And yeah, I think there's like some other stuff in here, but yeah, I don't really look at that stuff. But yeah, so let's get back to the boss battle simulator, and let's do some runs. So first thing I'm going to show you the team that I used to get the score that you see right there, 331,000. I will say that luck plays a part in it because it all depends on what the boss does on turn 1. The boss has a chance to either do an AoE, one AoE move, which can deal a considerable amount of damage to the party, or he'll do a single target move that does a considerable amount of damage to a single target. However, this team is sort of built to look at both. The boss doesn't really throw any ailments at you, so you don't have to worry about SP lock, you don't have to worry about skill lock, any of that jazz. So really all Cruella is doing here is to keep Jafar and Aladdin topped up so that their EX skills are proccing every turn, because you have to have them above a certain HP level in order to do that. All right, so with that said, let's get in here and let's see how we do this. Make sure my auto is off. All right, so first thing we want to do is we want to do Pooh's skill, so that activates Aladdin's EX skill, and we're going to do Belle, obviously, for the attack buffs and the crit buffs. What we're going to do on turn 1, now you can kind of play a little bit risky. You can do a bit of a gamble if you want, and you can have them do a normal attack. like if you want to just sort of play that game and gamble a little bit and have them do a normal attack and just hope that the boss does not do an AoE, then that's one way to go. But if you want to play it safe and kind of get a safe score to start with and then start doing more riskier runs, that's kind of what I'm going to do. After this, I'm actually going to swap out Cruella. I'm going to put Hero Mickey in there and just try and go for broke. But here's what I did to get the score that you saw. All right, I will say with the score that you saw, that was one of the cases where there was not an AoE, but I think it should still work fairly well, just depending on how many crits you land. All right, so Cruella's going to attack because her normal attack does a crap ton of damage. So let's do it. Okay. There we go. Pretty good start. All right, so now Cruella needs to heal. Okay. Oh, shoot, but Cruella doesn't have enough to heal, does she? All right, these guys are going to go ahead and attack for sure. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to heal because I definitely want to make sure that we are getting our EX skills to proc. So we're going to heal up. Belle will just do her skill next turn, okay? All right, now Belle can do her skill. Now the boss does have, he does have evasion up, 100% evasion. So at this point, we just need to defend. Okay, because doing a normal attack is not going to do anything to the boss. He has the 100% evasion. You're not going to hit him with anything. All right, I am going to do an Aladdin skill though, because skills do still hit. That includes EX skills and regular attack skills. They will still hit the boss, so we can do that. Nice, I love seeing criticals. Give me those crits. There you go, that's a nice turn. All right, now we need to do Belle and Pooh. So I'm gonna defend here. All right, because we need to re-up our HP regen. Belle needs to keep doing her buffs, and then we should be good to go. Everyone else defends because the boss still has, yeah, so he's got one more turn of stealth. Everyone else will defend. Nice, another crit. Ooh, nice. We're getting a lot of crits here. This is good. Okay. Now we've got our miracle ability, so we can unload some skills. I can't do Jafar's skill. What's our attack buff looking like? All right, our crit buffs are max, so I don't need to do Belle. So let's just go ahead and do our two big skills. And this one should be a pretty hefty damage turn. So let's see how we do here. Okay. Hopefully we get some good crits. Nice. Critical on that one. Critical again. If we can get two more criticals, I'll hit over 100,000. Oh, of course not. Oh, man. If both of those had crit, we would have had over 100,000. Oh, we still got over 100,000. Nice. Ooh, new record. Heck yeah. I'll take it. Nice. So yeah, so that's the team that I used to get the score that I got, and in fact we did even better on that one, and that is even including the boss doing the AoE on turn 1. You could potentially just swap Cruella with another healer. If you don't have Cruella, you could potentially get away with that, just putting another healer in Cruella's place. You could put like Magic Mini. Honestly, putting Magic Mini in there would probably work just as well as Cruella, now that I think about it. And in fact, it might even be better. Let's try it, you know? I kind of want to try it now. Let's put Magic Mini in there. I just want to give it a try. All right, we're going to try a couple of different teams and just see how we do here. I have a feeling that Magic Mini might actually be better because of the attack buff she can provide and sort of keeping our attack maxed on all units. But yeah, let's give it a try. I'm going to go for it. We might lose out on that turn, on those turns where Cruella would normally do a normal attack, but yeah, I think it's okay. Let's see. Let's just see how we do with Magic Mini. And you can, like I said, you can imagine Magic Mini, you know, being any other healer. Doesn't have to be Magic Mini. Okay. Oh, we can't have both. Oh, but, you know, we don't actually... So he did the single target there. So you saw how he did the single target on that one. Okay. So we don't actually need Magic Mini, so let's just go ahead and do, yeah, let's just go ahead and do the buffs. Because I'm not too worried about Pooh dying here. Nice, getting more criticals, I like it. Ooh, that was a good turn. Okay. Alright, so let's keep this up then. Let's just keep going. Let's just keep maxing our... well, actually, no, we've got to defend now. All right. So we don't really need to do Bell on this one, do we? No, we could... No, let's save it and do Bell next turn. I guess we could go ahead and do Bell again. Because that's what I did last time, right? I did Bell last time and it still worked out. Yeah, let's go with that. That'll make sure all of our crit mods and everything are maxed out. Okay. Oh, we got our skill early this time, so let's do. I am gonna need to do Pooh. Let's go ahead and do Jafar. Let's go ahead and do Jafar's skill on this turn. Why not? And then I think we should be good. Yeah, we need to do Pooh again to make sure we have our... Actually, no, we have our HP regen. But he needs his defense, doesn't he? Let's see, make sure... Yeah, because he needs his defense buff to do his EX, so I still need to use him. That's fine. Alright, yeah, we're going to do this. I think this is going to be good. Man, where are all my crits? I got no crits on that one? Oh, of course. Bell does a crit. Yeah, that's about right. Okay. Yeah, so let's just do Bell, and then everyone else will just do a normal attack, because this is our last turn anyways. And I think we should be good. Yep, I think that's good. Okay, how'd we do there? Whoa, nice! I did even better. Oh, that's pretty sweet. I did even better on that one. And honestly, we didn't even need Magic Mini. So yeah, I think I'm gonna do a few tries. I'm just gonna do... Alright, at this point, I'm ready to just go for broke. And let's throw Hero Mickey in there, and let's see how we do. I'm kind of excited to see how this works, actually. Alright, it may take a few tries, but we're just gonna... Yeah, we're just gonna try it. We're gonna go for broke here. Oh. All right, and we're just gonna go all in here, and we're not defending. We're just gonna do maximum damage. And let's just hope the boss doesn't do an AoE. Oh, nice. Oh, I think this is going to be a good one, folks. This is going to be a good one. Let's see. Let's do Mickey's skill. because I think he has a defense break, right? So the boss has a defense break right there, doesn't he? Yep. So let's do Mickey and Belle. And let's just go, yeah, let's go all in here, folks. So he should have, yeah, so he should have a bigger defense break now. Oh, come on, I need more crits. Ah, where are the crits? I need the crits on the big ones. All right, so we'll guard. Guard. I'll do a special with Aladdin. Nice, critical. Oh my gosh. They all got crits. That was pretty sweet. All right, Alright, so yeah, he's got full defense down. So let's go ahead and do some more skills here. I don't really want to do Jafar's because his is so expensive. Oh, I need to do Pooh, don't I? Okay, yeah, so I need to do Pooh, I need to do Belle. Let's go ahead and do Mickey while we're at it. Come on, more crits, folks. Ah, where are my crits? Where are my crits? All right, I think this should be a good turn here. All right, what are our... Yeah, I need to do another crit. Crit buff. All right, so yeah, we're just gonna do Belle's crit buff because we don't really have enough to do anything else. And yeah, let's do it. And let's hope this is a big turn. Nice. Oh, come on. I wanted a crit on that one. How'd I do? Nice. Broke another record. All right. This might be my week, folks. I didn't do so great last time, but yeah, no, this one's definitely like I said, if you have two or three of the bonus units, like you're gonna be doing all right. And this boss kind of allows you to get away with a lot, especially if he doesn't do that AOE on turn one. But it looks like it's only like a 50% chance that he's gonna do it. So I think you got a pretty good chance of taking this guy down and getting yourself a pretty good score, as long as you have a couple of bonus units to go on your squad. Anyways, hopefully this was helpful to you guys, and good luck in your boss battle simulator, and have fun. I'll see you on the other side.